There you go. All right. So when last we saw our intrepid heroes, and Jason just gave us a massive rundown, which we didn't record, but that's fine. We're all of the same opinion. So the most important thing is you had, let's just go over the high notes. You got on the train racing to Washington to stop what you thought was a chemical weapon attack. While on the train, you had visions of various things. As the train pulled up, the ticket inspector was gunned down in the middle of the train carriage by a man with a gun. You piled out of the train carriage and in various ways you disabled / disarmed the two guys who were who'd been mind controlled that you think by someone, but luckily you had a Hmong shaman who was able to take them away and free their spirits, or maybe free their spirits. It wasn't quite clear. Do something with their spirits and liberate them from their entrapment. At which point, realizing that you were running at risk of having the bus attack go off, you raced across the road where you encountered one of these three gentlemen.
Number 3, the one on the far right.
The one on the far right. Is that my right or your right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Who, it turns out, wanted to stop you and was able to resist the initial use of the gravity powers that was thrown at him by one of you. However, you then realized if you lifted him up, he was able to be taken out by a bus. And the last you saw of him was him stuck to the front of a bus being pushed down the road by the bus. You then raced into the ticket station and were able to make the bag go in. I want to say you made the
invisible.
You did make the bag go invisible. One of you grabbed the bag and made it go invisible.
Yep.
And you now have the bag, at which point the intelligence agency that was running the experiment, the SOD, the Special Operations Division of the United States Bioweapons Program, wanted to know why you were interfering with their agent. And John Dixon was the name of the agent. You do know a couple of other minor things. The Gambino family have a relationship with the Russians. The Russians,
which is what these three men are.
Yep. These three men are. The Russians themselves were operating out of a Finnish company that they were using as a double blind. And you knew you were meant to meet Dominic Sundowner, who, and I can't remember his name, so I'm going to ask Paul to remind us what his name was. But Paul's character actually knew vaguely.
I thought he was Dominic.
Oh, hold on. Are you Dominic Sundowner?
One of them is Dominic.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Dominic.
I'm Dominic Sundowner.
Oh, yeah. So it was Vervold Schmidt.
Yeah.
It was Vervold Schmidt that I met with in the morning.
Yeah. But you haven't met him yet. It was a premonition. It was a premonition.
That's it.
That you were going to meet Vervold Schmidt. And you haven't met him yet. So John Dixon has just rustled you up and wants to know why you think what you're doing is okay. And that's where we start. So can we, I actually honestly can't remember who most of you are playing. So
I'm Camilla. I just updated the thing.
Just trying to update mine.
Yeah. I can't see I can see only, maybe it only pops up when you guys talk actually.
Just change my name in the.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should do that too.
Oh, change mine.
Right. A couple of minor variations to the rules. I've had a chat with Craig. So as he has collapsed all of the premonition points.
I think that makes sense.
So it's just one long chain. So it's not split between the two things. And the 5th one and the 10th one that you cross off give you the minor vision, just so you're aware.
Yep.
Beyond that, I think I'll leave everything else pretty much as we played it last time. So you've got a dice pool. You get 4 dice if you aren't experienced in something. You get 6 dice plus. Oh no, you get 6 dice if you are experienced in something, and you have to roll versus your skill target.
Yeah.
And for each success you get multiple successes, and that's the point of the system. So it's 6 dice rolled against, a target number of 4 if you have skill of 4, and
lower. Yeah,
everything
4 or
below
lower.
4 or lower is a success. All right. So you stand there. You haven't met Vevolt Schmidt yet, and you haven't, and the Russians have gotten away. And John Dixon is asking you what. Oh, by the way, what did you do with the actual bag of goodies?
Okay, so I'm not actually there with all the agents because I'd walked past and turned the bag invisible as I grabbed it and kept walking.
Right.
Yeah, and I have used my power to get whoever I grabbed the hand of somebody and got them to be very friendly with us with my power.
I think
Yes,
that
the
was,
Remember
woman.
who
That was the woman. That was the woman
Yeah.
with the bag who I then took
Yeah.
the bag off her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Right.
right.
Yeah. She's feeling good.
I have
Yep,
no idea
cool.
what I was doing.
Well, I was taking photos to try to get the FBI people to not be able to hide, just not be able to disappear us. That was the key.
You were.
I think I was running interference, like I was going, whoa, 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 guys.
Oh yeah, because you're
Recognising
actually
the squad guys.
you're the proper spy, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I was somewhere near Sean because Sean had gone past me to get the bag, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to do next? John Dixon is harrying you. Do you want to try and persuade John Dixon to go away, or do you want to find out more information from John Dixon?
I want to find out more information from John Dixon myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what the hell are you guys doing?
So what skill would you like to use for that?
Good question.
Because you've all got different skills, so I cannot possibly hope to control your skills.
Yeah, I don't really have the soft talking skills. I have intimidation.
Right.
I got persuasion 3.
Yeah, I haven't skilled persuasion yet, so I have whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the 3 is the highest it can be.
All right. So you can use. There it is. All right. So one of you is going to run up and now is that. So do you want to use intimidation?
Well, I mean, the other thing is I could use command.
Okay.
And take charge of the situation and control their actions until somebody who knows actually how to speak to them properly without interrogation or intimidation comes up.
Okay. Make a command roll for me.
All right. Okay, so targets are 3.
Yeah.
3 successes.
Okay. So
Jesus.
So you basically
issuing orders to them.
So you just start issuing orders in the hope that they don't notice that you're not necessarily meant to be giving them.
Correct.
Nice. Okay. What do you say? John Dixon's there. He's running up. What the hell have you done to my operation?
Stand down, secure that perimeter.
Words.
Words.
Yeah, words. What the
All right.
hell is going on here?
Okay. Not sure. Who are you?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Just a world question.
Yeah.
So are we like a black ops team? We are not recognized, blah, 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 blah. So
Absolutely.
we carry no authority or no tangible.
Well, other than what you pretend to have.
Yeah. So yeah, we can bullshit authority, but we can't actually say, we're division fucking 4, just shut the fuck up and move along kind of thing.
You cannot.
All right.
You are a secret division of the secret division.
It's a government conspiracy. Psychics.
So I quietly approach and so I'm Keith Tanaka. I don't know how this is going to fly. a Asian guy talking to a white guy.
All right, I'm a black
1950s.
chick talking to a white guy.
Yeah, so this will go down great. But anyway,
Or a Latino chick talking to a white guy.
yeah, black single mother lesbian pope. This is gonna fly. Right. Look, Agent, calm down. Unfortunately, we heard that the Russians had tampered with your experiment, and I basically rattle off what they were doing. Okay, you were testing a dummy run of a pacification agent, and the Russians have tampered with it, and it will actually cause a significant mortality explosion. And we had to interfere. We had to shut it down.
So, oh my god. Okay, have you got any skill that you would like to use?
So I'm using persuasion.
Okay.
Can you put two skills together?
What do you
So
mean?
my skills in the whole research, Russia, bureaucracy, persuasion, space.
Oh, I see. No.
So right. Right. Well, there you go.
Let me kill that conversation. Let me kill that idea now.
Awkward.
No, but you can choose the best of those skills that you have.
Yeah. So I got 3 in persuasion.
Okay. So you use your persuasion skill.
So how many dice do I roll again?
You roll 6 dice, and your target numbers are 3 or below.
Everything below 3 is 3
Equal
and below
to.
is a win.
Equal to or below. Yep.
I'm just trying to find the last of my D6s.
80%, my dude.
Can Rob
Yeah,
help him?
you know what me and 30% is, right?
Yeah, but not as good as 50%.
Recipe.
Can Rob help him?
Mhm.
Ooh, I got 3 successes.
Nice.
I got
Okay.
a 1, a 2, a 1, 5, 4, 4.
Nice. Okay, so the two of you, so command and persuasion are working together, right? So
Command
Right.
suasion.
Nice.
Persuasion or
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Persuasion. That's when you
Persuasion.
swear at someone until they agree with you.
Yeah, until they actually agree with you. All right, so you know, okay, so you bamboozle him basically. He's so confused, and then he suddenly goes, "Where's the bag?
It's contained.
What do you mean it's contained? Who are you?"
We need to move to a agent. You are displaying poor form. Public.
You're
We need to move
compromised,
away to a
agent.
more secure area to debrief you.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, let's move away to a quieter area. So, are you trying to get the Hamong to come over as well? Maybe
Yeah.
Miss Persuasion herself.
Yep.
All right. Vanqua.
Yeah.
So they've gotten the lead agent over there. So let's just play this out. So we've got an African American woman in a suit. We've got a Latino in a suit as well. Are you wearing a suit?
I'm wearing jeans and a jacket.
Oh no, Camilla, you're the Latino. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Latina, technically.
Latina. Yes, sorry.
Latinx. I'm wearing a business jacket and jeans, and basically in work gear,
Yeah.
in a suit.
So there's a short Southeast Asian woman, a reasonably short Latino woman, a tall African American woman, and a medium-sized Asian guy, all wrapped around the lead agent from the FBI, well, like FBI, who's wearing like suit and tie.
Yeah.
So just checking in on that.
Classic
No,
G-man.
well, hence the we need to maintain high bullshit factor and keep him off balance
Keep him up balance
Yeah,
before he processes what the hell.
before he remembers his privilege.
Well,
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
still pumping out my "you're our best friend" chemical.
Pheromone. Okay, well, you have to use
So-
another premonition point.
Yeah,
to-
I will. I think. Oh, do I have to use 2? I can't actually remember.
It's written on your sheet.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find my sheet because your thing has taken over my entire screen. Anyway,
Well, you can
it's
just
all right.
do that to it.
I think
Yeah,
I'm
your
going
power
to
is
use 2.
2.
My power is 2. I'm going to use my power again and come up and shake his hand and
Risky
Okay.
business.
And goo him.
goo him so that he's now very friendly towards us.
Yeah. 1 kiss. Spend 2 premonition to create a contact poison or drug. Your poison touches you to hallucinate, to heal more rapidly, and you can do various other things. So you're just basically making him very compliant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, after all of the other things that have been done to him, sure. He looks a bit fuzzy. He goes, yeah, that's great.
Chill.
I'm super chill now. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. So why don't so if I get the guys to sort of like make the perimeter rock solid, is that good? Like maybe that's what I do.
Yep.
I
And
make the
sound.
perimeter rock solid,
Yeah.
and you guys, you just do what you're doing. I love it. I love everything about it. Like, no, seriously.
Oh, you're a good man. What a
Yeah.
good man. Yes.
Yeah, this is
Because
yeah.
the FBI employs, the most liberal of people.
That's right. Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get the guys to do some stuff. If you guys want to do what you're doing, I love it. I'll just go and get them organized.
Can I just do one more thing?
You can.
I want to describe the guy who we sent on a bus trip.
Right. Yep. Big
Russian
guy.
agent.
Russian agent. Right.
him
Okay. So
down.
he's got a hat. He's got a suit. He's a big guy, and he's Russian. Got it.
You got this.
I got this. Okay.
Okay, I think we've broken the lead FBI agent.
Yeah,
And he sort of wanders. Sorry, go Paul.
I was going to say I like the way the crew cut, blonde-haired, blue-eyed FBI agent has suddenly turned into a complete stoner.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't really have any choice because he's stoned off his face. Because Banquar actually has to touch people and injects them with various types of drugs. So he's actually under the influence of LSD right now.
Suggest he gets all these men to sit down in a little circle and have a little chat.
Kumbaya.
Sing Kumbaya, yeah.
That is cool. I don't think they're ready for that though.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here and get Frank, who's a really good artist, to draw up something for
Nice.
that Russian
Right.
guy.
While
So he
he turns
wanders
away,
off.
we leg it.
Right, so you're basically Bolt, and he's like, "Okay, everyone.
There's no
Okay.
evidence.
Work.
Nobody saw me do it.
Okay, everyone. I think what we need to do is just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. Yeah,
Yep, his career's fucked.
yeah. You've basically destroyed him as a person. He will come back to hate you. When he next meets you, he'll be like the vase. If that has any meaning.
No.
Oh, really? Come on. A vase of petunias, people. Come on, keep up.
Mm,
You mean was a whale? One turned into a vase
Yeah.
of
Yes,
petunias,
but
the
the
other
whole
one turned
point
into a
about
missile?
the vase of petunias is,
Oh,
oh
no.
no,
not again.
not again.
Not again.
Again.
Oh my god.
I understood that bit.
Which is all about the ultimate Arthur Dent killing form, which this guy will no doubt come back with at some point.
Yes.
Okay, so he wanders off to deal with his men and get them all organized, and they're all like, who the fuck are they? And he's like, they're chill, man. They're cool. They're really good
groovy.
people. And then you guys have legged it while he's talking to his people.
Well, we don't just run, obviously, but we
but you
melt into the forest.
Disperse.
you disperse quietly and carefully.
Yeah.
Okay, you come out of the big station, and are you heading back to your apartment, or are you the apartment you had rented, or are you going somewhere else? You've
think
still
we
got the
better-
black bag, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
we
to
need to
check-
get somewhere. We need to get somewhere private.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
I'm keeping it invisible.
Do we have a contact in the government or anything?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
we should deploy the bag with them. Yes? No? Maybe?
Do we need to do an analysis of the chemistry of the bag? What's inside?
Well, remember, you
We-
guys are operating on the pointy on the distant edge, right? So
Yeah.
taking the bag to the government might be complex.
Hmm.
But we have a
Do-
contact, right?
Oh yeah, you've got
Do-
lots of contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I reckon we just offload the bag because right now the bag is full of killer murder juice, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I would like not to have the killer murder juice.
Yeah. But we need to put
do
it
I-
with someone who's going to be able to deal with it. So it's going to have to be like probably at the university,
I'll-
or who do we want to give
I've
it
got
to?
contacts. I've got contacts researchers. Do I know any researchers that I trust implicitly that might have somewhere to stash this safely?
Yeah.
Well,
Department of Agriculture might be the other place.
love a good Department of Agriculture moment.
Yeah, I have criminality contacts, but I used that last session. I can use it once more this session, but I will hold on to it.
yeah.
I don't think my contacts are the kind of people we want to give a bioweapon to.
Do I have that? Specialized economy business.
Hmm.
My underground contacts are probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have any contacts, Vanqua. You're not
No, I don't.
you're not a contact person. Dominic, obviously Vervolt Schmidt is a expert in the field of chemistry and biological agents.
Yeah. Is my mic working? Just out of
It
interest.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh right.
It would be
Can I do
complicated
a-
if we just sat here staring at you.
No. I was just wondering. I've got contacts researchers. Can I see if I can come up with a very trusted friend who might have somewhere we can stash this safely?
Well, that's what I was saying. You have one. It's Vervolt Schmidt. He's a trusted contact.
I thought you. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So we're
Right.
going to go and see him.
We'll go and see him at the university then. I think.
Okay. All right. So you make your way to whatever the Washington University is. I assume it's the University of Washington.
Yeah, it is.
That's what we've called it. Yeah.
So you're not opening the bag. You're not looking inside it. You're not doing anything with it. You just
There could be
keeping it.
this neurotoxin, man. Could
Yeah.
be anything in there.
There probably could be. All right. Right. So you arrive at the university. It's a brownstone university, if that, sort of old brown buildings. It's been around since the 1780s, 1790s. The, beautiful open grass fields.
Built by slaves.
Built by slaves, absolutely built by slaves. It's Washington. You can absolutely count on slaves were
Yep.
builders of it. You see students everywhere. Dun, 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 dun. What would you like to do? Do you want to go straight to Vervolt Schmidt's, sort of faculty?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to Vervolt Schmidt's faculty. A woman greets you because there's like a, sort of entry point. Yes, can I help you?
Miss, I am Dr. Sundowner. I need to see Vervolt Schmidt immediately, please.
Mr. Schmidt is currently teaching a class. He will not be available for at least another 30 minutes.
That's okay. I know where his lab is. I'll wait for him there.
Oh, okay. Can I? No, yeah, you can actually. Yeah, you can just do it.
Another drunk person.
Another drunk person. That's right. Can I? No, hold on. Okay, you go forth, and I assume that was Alex in the background. Sounded like Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
They were laughing at me
That's
for
fair.
my lighting setup.
Right. Okay. So you go to the lab. It's a big lab. It's full of, labby style equipment. There's some vacuum, those big evacuation
Back in a sec.
places where you can play with chemicals, and they've got the
Fume cupboard.
Fume cupboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one of them with a big jar of ball bearings beside it. There's a number of other equally dangerous looking things lying around. Do you just wait
Is,
for Vervolt?
is there,
Yeah.
no, is there an empty cup? Is there an empty one?
Fume cupboard. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sean, I think we should put the bag in there for now.
I agree. I put the bag. I had stopped making the bag invisible. Have been doing that for a while now.
Right.
Yeah, like, I'm tired of this. Here it is.
Yeah.
It is experimental, that substance, so I'm not quite sure how long it will last. So let's put it in there for safety.
Yep.
Okay. So if that's all you do, about 25 minutes later, a tall sort of aging German walks into the room and looks sort of startled when he sees you all there, because there's like 6 of you.
And we're not like as a group, we're not very subtle.
No, you don't look like students. You don't look like students, and you...
Probably the only one who looks like he'd fit in is Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic looks like he'd fit in. That is for sure.
Swivel on the stool and go, welcome, Mr. Bond.
I expect you to die.
Dominic walks in, looks at you all. What are you doing here?
Home.
Oh, sorry,
Good
not
to see
Dominic.
you again.
Vervolt. Sorry,
Vervolt.
I'm confused. Vervolt. What are you doing here?
Vervolt, it's good to see you again, old friend.
Friend? Is that right, Dr. Sundowner?
It's getting very
Has he
personal.
got a white cat anywhere?
And is his surname actually Bloomfield? Why are you here, Dr. Sundowner? Why have you come to my lab?
Vervolt, we've come across a substance which is potentially incredibly dangerous, and we needed somewhere to put it. It's in this cabinet at the moment in an experimental unit. You were the first person I thought of that might be able to help us either analyze this or at least keep it safe. It's deadly.
Is it? I will look at it. Let me have a look. How do I open this bag? He says.
Hey, at least you can see it.
It's got a latch.
This is a class 4 aerosol biohazard.
I just hope. No, I'm holding
This
my breath. It'll
fume
be
cupboard
fine.
is not the thing we should be opening this in.
Yeah, I should be hoping that it's
Oh,
PC4 facility.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suggest, Doctor, we
me just
switch off the
it's heroin.
ventilation to the fume cupboard.
oh, you're so funny, Dominic. This is not a dangerous device. You don't need to worry.
What's inside it is dangerous, Doctor. Take my word for it.
Well, then why did you bring it to me? What, don't you?
He's
Surely
got a fucking good point.
Expendable.
our minor spats in the scientific community have not led you to feel that you need to bring it to my house.
But I've always found you a challenging mind, and our heated discussions in the past have always been very enlightening, hopefully to both of us, even though we may disagree on things.
I see.
That container has a neurological agent in it.
Right.
If it's opened, people will die. And to open it, there's a strange thing on the top called a zip lock I invented. If you drag it across the top, it'll open the bag. But please turn off the ventilation to the fume cupboard first, and make sure you're using the gloves when you open the bag. It's not something you want to come into contact with.
Hold on a second.
I'm going to step outside.
I'll be outside as well.
Hold on. I see. What you're saying is I need my special cabinet. And he rolls.
Oh,
he
shit.
goes into a corner of the thing and rolls out a big, what looks almost like a humidity crib type of thing, but it's fully sealed and it's got gloves, like actual gloves that go in.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I will place it in. He opens, unlocks it, reaches in. Yes, I see. How do I? Well, I can't use the zip with these gloves. I shall have to use a scalpel.
Oh
And he
God.
sort of uses the knife across it. Can I get?
Best minds in the business.
Oh yeah, we are.
Do any of you? Hold on, I'm just gonna have a look. Oh yeah, yep. Anything that's similar to observation. So I know at least one of you's got observation, and that's Sundowner.
I haven't got any points in it yet. I can put some points in it.
Now is the time.
I've got observation too. I've decided.
And I've got sense motive.
Well, you might want to use.
Nice.
You could use that as well.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
rolling for a 2. Are we all doing it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Everyone with that sort of
One
skill is doing it.
success. Oh my
No.
God, so many 5s and 6s. I have 1 success.
I have 2 successes.
Okay, and Vanqua,
None.
none.
Actually, sorry.
Because
could
I've
I-
only
could I
got
ru-
2 in sense motive.
Actually,
Yes.
could I use my science instead?
No, but
Okay.
you can strike off a premonition if you want to attempt to get. I think it's an additional success. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. I got 2 successes, so yes, I'll strike off premonition to get a 3rd. And I can take that off of either specialist or mental or physical now. Is that
Well,
right?
now there's only 1.
Yeah. So just take it off whatever. You can re-roll. Sorry, you can strike off 1 premonition to re-roll any dice that aren't successes. So you roll again, but you keep the successes.
Only 4 dice. Okay, I'll strike off a premonition, then one of my lower mental physicals, and roll 4 dice. And I get 1 more success. So I have 3 successes in total.
Okay. He seems very familiar with this bag.
Oh shit, donkeys.
Not good. Bad news.
He sort of slits it open and goes, I see. And he carefully, he slid it in just the right place to avoid the activating wires. I see. Yes, this seems deadly. You're quite right. I wonder what would happen. Was released
This
into
seems
the
very
atmosphere.
deadly, I say loudly.
I put a gun against his head.
Oh shit.
I draw the gun and put it against his head.
Oh shit.
Let's go
Okay.
down.
That's
If-
a commitment.
If my
buddy.
lips turn blue, that wall turns red.
Your lip
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good line. Man.
I don't know what you're referring to. It's
I think you
just-
do.
I no idea. I've never seen this bag before.
Except that you opened it correctly and you avoided the triggering mechanism.
He's probably got an
There
entire
There is no
matching writing
triggering
set to
mechanism.
go
He's
with it.
bullshitting it. So good.
It's
Doctor.
just lucky, I guess.
Oh well. Let's see if there's a blank in the chamber, shall I? See how your luck holds out.
Oh, you are so funny, Keith.
Doctor,
What?
take your
He
hand.
knows
How do you know my name?
Yeah. It's wait, what?
Three. I can
Everyone
literally
just
start counting down. 3.
No. Surely we don't want to make anything red occur on the walls.
Why do you know my name?
Your name? Oh, Keith.
Oh, it's just a lucky guess.
yes.
You look
very
like a
lucky
Keith.
that way.
You look like a Keith.
All
I'm
right.
very lucky, Keith.
So we need some intimidation
Oh,
because I'm about to kill this dude.
I'm good with the intimidation.
No, I'm only good with investigation. Different type of agent.
All right, so I'm going to use persuasion, but I would prefer. Does anyone have intimidation?
I
No.
do have intimidation. And Dr. Schmidt, I think you need to have a sit down.
Because I'm going to kill him in a second. I have a silence weapon.
Awesome.
Okay, so are you doing anything to make him sit down, Sean?
I am being very intimidating.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a big guy wearing a biker jacket and,
Yes, well, make your
Yeah.
intimidation roll to intimidate him.
While that's happening, Dominic, close the shutters and lock the door, please.
That is...
Yep.
That's right, it's 7. That's 2 successes.
Okay, that's not massively intimidating.
So
Yes.
I move the gun slightly to the left
Yeah.
and shoot his ear off.
Right. Okay.
Is that
Bang.
assist? It's a silence weapon.
Sure, but silence
You know,
weapons is still
it's-
noisy.
Yeah.
When you're next to them. Okay, so there's a noise, and his ear spurts blood, and he goes,
Oh.
"Ah!
Oh my god.
I see. Okay, I'm sitting down." Dear me, you are so quick to violence, Keith.
If
You
that
haven't
is
answered
your
my
name.
questions, and you're running out of ears.
Oh, you
You're
want
not
to know
listening.
how I knew your
That's
name?
good. That's so
It
good.
was just a lucky guess, Keith.
Really? I don't believe you.
No, you probably don't. But it was a very lucky guess.
Yeah, well, that was a lucky shot.
Yes, it was. Exceptionally unlucky.
So this guy is completely unflustered. This researcher is
Yeah.
completely unflustered that I've shot his ear off.
Completely unflustered.
Fuck me. We are dead.
I'm
No,
deeply
tell
concerned.
me.
the Second World War. So what can we say? He was probably one of the Nazis.
Oh, he's definitely a Nazi.
Yeah.
So, tell me. Does his fingers. What would you like to know?
I'm guessing that you made this, and you know what's in the contents of the dispersal device, and it was your intent all along to have this shit go off.
I couldn't possibly guess. You seem to know much more about it than I do, Keith.
Does anyone mind if I kill this
Dr.
guy? I
Schmidt,
don't think we're
when
getting
did
anything
you-
out of him.
No.
Dr.
Wait, let
Schmidt,
me
not
get the
yet.
camera out.
Yeah.
I get my camera out.
Excellent.
Dr. Schmidt, when did you meet Petrov Smirlov?
Nice.
Nice.
Mm.
Petrov Smirlov, that's a silly name.
It's not a real name. It's not like Keith.
Yes. Petrov Smirlov, name doesn't ring a bell, but I assume you're referring to a gentleman of about medium height, perhaps wearing a hat, a light suit, may not be particularly heavily built, unlike his two friends.
What's going on? Is
Yeah,
he
yeah,
reading our
yeah,
minds or some shit, or does he actually?
He is
just
reading
know
our
and
minds.
fucking
He's
with us?
reading our minds.
That's what I mean, right? He's not. He doesn't know any of this shit. He's just seeing the images that we're thinking of. You
Yeah.
cheeky fuck.
What a bastard.
Mm.
While they're having this conversation, can I use my weird science to see if there's any way I can neutralize what's in that cupboard?
You can use science. It's not really weird science.
Okay.
Could you use your
I've
weird
got-
science to neutralize his ability?
Mm.
Ooh, yeah.
Put
Create
tin
like a
foil
Oh,
map.
but
hat
I
on.
might be able to do it.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, yeah.
I
Dominic
think.
pulls out a roll of tin foil and starts making a tin foil
No,
hat.
I reckon
Hold on, just
I can
yeah.
use my communing with spirits to call a whole lot of spirits around to cluster around his head and stop him from being able to cherry pick things out of our minds. I'm pulling out my rattles.
Yeah, nice.
There's a-
Out comes the foil,
Hey,
out comes the
you
rattles.
got the little.
Thomas.
Have you got the string veil thing going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
as well?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
nice.
I've got my
Yeah,
veil
nice.
out. I got
Yeah.
my rattles out. I'm calling the spirits to come and just like cluster around this guy's head and protect us from him.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, Tom, you were asking.
No,
a
I just
question.
wanted to check. Do our premonitions reset, or is that an adventure thing?
No, that's an adventure thing.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna roll commune.
You are.
And it is. Oh, so it's 4 or lower, isn't it?
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
With 6 dice.
So I got 2 successes.
Okay. You rattle around his head.
Oh no, sorry, 3 successes. that is.
3 successes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. You rattle around his head. You don't know if it works or not. Okay. You are sorry. Paul, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'll roll my science then.
Yeah.
3. And get 1 success. Have I killed us?
Would you like to push again?
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Okay.
That. Now, to do that, I am checking off one of the ones in a little box.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we'll jump to that in a
Triggering
second.
a premonition.
Oh,
So in my head, I'll do this next.
2 more successes. So
So 3
3
successes.
successes in total. Yeah.
Okay, so most things are flammable. So you think you might be able to neutralize the gas by simply it combusting it in the contained space.
Okay, I will move over and get one of those clicky lightery things and put that in through well, I suppose it's got some sort of little airlock thing.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
I will do that then.
Okay. All right. So you're busy doing that. Sorry, Nick, you were saying?
So in my head, I'm going to kill this guy. Because basically, I am obviously okay. So in my meta thinking, I'm attempting to define whether or not this guy's reading my mind.
Okay.
So I am going to kill this guy.
Right.
You're thinking of pulling the trigger.
Yep.
That makes sense. I like it. You're like, I'm definitely going to kill this guy. You want to see if he reacts because you haven't said a thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Can you make a persuade roll for me, please?
That is cool. Yeah, because the tiny voice in your head is, I hope he's reading my mind.
I hope he's listening to me.
Depends how good he is.
5 successes.
Oh, nice.
He's really committed to his murder. Well
I am
done.
going to
Okay.
fuck this dude up.
I see. Well, if it is my time, so be it.
Oh, fuck.
You people think you're so good, but look at you, you dirty, stinking subhumans.
Oh, shit. He's one of those.
If he even moves towards the
He's a
box, I
Nazi.
kill
We
him.
can kill him. He's a Nazi.
He-
We
he's a
can just
fucking
kill him.
Nazi,
We don't
man.
have to do anything. He
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have to do
said
anything
he's
else.
reading our minds. I'm going to put him down.
Sorry, Thomas, do I get
Yeah.
that premonition?
Oh, yes. The
Oh,
premonition.
sorry. Go for that.
Yep. Okay.
Just in case.
So your premonition is only, well, it's while you're all standing in this room and actually pretty much standing where you are now. Vervolt Schmidt is lolling in the chair, a massive gun wound to the side of his head, and brain splatter sort of out the other side. You can see Keith has, just fired the weapon and smashing through the wall, coming at you at a great rate of knots, is the big Russian that you saw previously.
That
crashing
guy.
through the wall just after that moment.
Shit.
Okay, so very quick check back. Has, to my knowledge, or the best of my knowledge, that gas been neutralised now?
To the best of your knowledge.
Okay. In that case, I point to the wall and say, somebody's going to come through that wall in a second.
Okay. There's a noise, and Vervolt Schmidt collapses in the chair, sliding down, his brain splattering out the side as it
Look, he
happens.
deserved it.
And just at that moment, the wall that Sundowner has just been pointing at smashes apart, and you see the big, heavy Russian that you saw previously, who you last saw being pushed down the road by the bus, pounding through the walls at you. Right behind him are the other two guys, also coming into the room. And one of them is yelling, "No, you fools! What have you done?"
We have done. Wow.
All right.
Um,
What do you want to do? Starting with you. Hold on. Rob.
Wow, that's descriptive.
Sorry.
That does narrow it down.
What
Does
are you
narrow it
Helpful
down.
if the names. How do I? No, there's no option. Okay. Right. Rob.
All right. Well, I actually did go out of the room to stand outside the door. So
Okay.
I've opened the door and come in and surveyed things.
Okay. What do you do though? So the Russian has smashed through the wall. He's charging down at your friends. The other two Russians are coming in behind.
Is this
Okay.
is the front Russian the guy that I gravitated
Yes.
and he got hit by a bus? Yeah,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
I'm going to use my power to
Right.
make duplicates.
Okay. How many duplicates are you making?
So so it says 2+ premonitions to create a temporary duplicate
So
of yourself.
two to create the first one for each additional.
Nice.
Oh boy. I'm going to create 5
So you're burning.
Oh,
because I've used no premonitions.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
that's
whole
6
thing.
premonitions. So you're burning 6 premonition points in one hit.
Correct.
2 for the first
Legit.
one, and then 1 for each of the additional ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to trigger a premonition of like a vision of some sort.
Yep. So you basically split apart, and there's suddenly 6 of you there.
Girls, we're feeling righteous and we go in and attack.
Okay.
Amazing.
So all 6 of you pile in. Do you tackle the big Russian who's charging through the wall?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to put my 4 on unarmed combat right now.
Seems legit.
I just put mine in self-defense.
So, okay, so the way we'll play this, because we're not going to roll 6 4 dice slots, that seems
Yeah.
silly. So each one of your people will add 1 dice to your close combat roll.
Okay.
So you get 4 extra. I think that's 4 extra dice. Is that right? Yes, because you're. Oh no, you created 5. You said.
I created 5, so that's 5 extra
5.
dice.
So you get 5 extra dice to your close combat roll.
I need 1 dice. There we go.
Pull out your Coriolis dice, Rob.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, it should be 9.
Why? How
Is
many?
it- 6. Sorry, no, you're right. Yep, no, you're right. Sorry, my math's wrong.
No. So that's 5.
All right. So he's charging into the room. Suddenly, pop, 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 and leap. And there's like 6 people, all exactly the same, trying to grapple him to the ground and hold him back as he tries to push forward. But you're definitely holding him back.
So the idea, well, I don't know what the description of unarmed combat is, but yes, it's
up to you.
incapacitate.
So
Yeah.
you're basically just wailing on him.
Yep.
Basically, all 6 of you are
Vital
sort of,
spots,
Yep.
holds, all those things.
and you're fighting in a perfect team. So one of the things is you all
Oh yeah, it's great.
So you're
working
super
together.
coordinated, right? So it's like watching, because you all know what the other ones are going to do, or at least have a pretty good idea.
Yep.
So, you-
That's so good.
so you've all piled upon him and dropped him to the ground. He's still trying to move forward, but he's actually really struggling. Like all 6 of you are holding him back. Okay, you fired. Jason, what are you doing?
Yeah, I am jumping at, because you said the other 2 are following in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jumping on big guy number 2.
Okay, so the other big guy.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. What are you doing?
I am just going to jump on him as myself.
Right. Okay. No. So what power? What?
I'm
what
using brawling.
Oh, you've got brawling, and how many?
I've
do you
got
want?
brawling 4.
Oh wow, you guys were all
Nice.
suddenly they were all really good at close hand combat.
That's not me. That's on the designer of the game.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, when we upload it, I'll point it out to Craig. It's like, Craig, this was on you, man.
3. That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you leap at him to sort of pummel him down. And as you do so, he almost like a ballet steps to the side of your blow,
Damn it.
pirouetting on the tips of his toes. You'll have to be better than that, my friend.
That's terrifying.
He's South African.
Yeah, look, I don't do accents. It's not really my thing. All right.
My friend, you will need to do better than that because I don't take black people lightly.
but you're black.
Of course, he's a communist, so he's completely fine with black people. So he's definitely not a South
And I'm
African.
actually white.
Oh, yeah, there had to be
I'm one
in
of the
party.
2 white people in the
There had to be
party.
one in the party.
White
yeah.
people.
I'm the
Yeah.
young white criminal and Dominic's the old white guy.
Shit, we've
Or
got a
white
band.
loony.
The old white nutter, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. He lightly steps out of your way as you swing at him. Tom, what are you doing?
Yes. Okay, so remember how I said I got my camera out because
I
we were
do.
interrogating it? Well, I
Yeah.
fall back into the corner of the room, like
Yeah.
I'm staggering backwards because of this thing, and I'm taking pictures.
Okay.
And then as I'm doing that, like as I'm falling back and taking pictures, I take 2 or 3 because I have to, manually forward the film because it's ancient times, Stone Age.
Yeah.
Then
Once
I'm done, I drop my camera so it's hanging around my neck, and then I hide behind one of the pieces of furniture or something so that I can be hidden and surprise attack next round.
Okay. Vanqua. Sounds reasonable.
I'm gonna try and touch one of the Russians, and use my power to knock them unconscious with a drug.
Okay. Well, there's the big heavy dude who's getting smashed, but there's a lot of people in that fight.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
They all happen to look exactly the same, but there's a lot of people in that fight. And there's one guy who's dancing lightly out of the way of Sean. And then, of course, there's the small guy who was yelling out, "No, what have you done, you fools?"
But he's yelling at us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just knock him out.
Okay. So you go over towards him to try and knock him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
he
I
is
gotta do is
actively-
touch him.
He's actively trying not to be touched.
Yeah.
They know our
Interesting.
powers.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he figures if you're trying to touch him, he doesn't want you to touch him.
That's also
Yeah.
interesting. Can I ask a quick question about my powers? Or
Yes.
just yell out when it's my turn? If I sink someone halfway through something and then disable the power,
Yeah.
what happens?
They get stuck.
Excellent.
It's not instant kill.
That's good enough.
I was just more about the constrain, contain
Yeah.
function.
Yeah.
They'll get stuck. They can pull themselves. I mean, they could break the material around them if they can work out
mean
how to do it.
The concrete.
Yeah.
They're also crazy dudos. Remember?
So the building we're in, are we on the ground floor?
Definitely on the ground floor. Yeah.
Rightio. So,
Could be handy.
Yep.
all right.
Okay. So
I've
Vanqua.
got dodge if that would help me to try
Not really.
to
It's
touch
the
him.
opposite.
No.
It's the opposite of what you need.
Yeah. I've got athletics.
You can try athletics.
Okay, I'm going to put 2 points into athletics.
Okay. 6 dice, 2 points.
Nice.
Come on. Ooh, dice. Okay, I got 1 success.
No, he dodges out of your way.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're up to Nick now. Yes, we are. Nick.
Okay. So I've got 4 in self-defense.
Okay.
So I am looking for the opportunity to reach in, hit Mr. Muscles, touch Mr. Muscles, and sink him into the ground,
Okay.
up to his friggin' throat.
That will do it.
All right. Roll your self-defense roll, please. He's already pretty heavily disabled, actually. Like he's struggling.
Yeah, but he's hold on. Is he disabled or is he?
No. He's still going. You're quite right to do what you're doing. He's being held back.
Yeah.
But he's not actually held. I just want to make this really clear. He's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, that's why I need the earth involved.
Absolutely.
2 successes. Fuck.
No, that's enough because he's already got 5 against him from Rob's mob. So, and then 2 premonition points, please, because you're going to drop him into the earth.
So I think that's triggered one of my visions.
Okay, I think there's
Nice.
2 visions that got triggered actually. One from Rob as well, who went through a massive amount of premonition in one hit. Okay, so first things first, you drop him into the ground, and then I assume just pause, as in let him go. So he's now up to his neck in the ground.
Concrete, I'm hoping.
Yep. And some of Rob's people, and I assume you didn't make any of Rob's people go.
No, it would have cost me too many points. I can only make 1 human.
So they're all sort of now standing around his head, which is sticking out of the ground.
Amazing.
Kick.
And they're all stuck in the bottom of the ground. So the
it's like
the
a
Russian,
little league soccer tournament.
It is. Okay. Yeah, let's kick the ball. Everyone's in there trying to kick the ball. Okay. Okay. We look, stop.
Amazing.
So the small Russian yells out stop in a really loud voice. And unless you wish to specifically resist the desire to stop fighting, you all stop fighting.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't want to fight.
Oh, we just got whammied.
I'm still fighting.
Okay, I need you to make a roll for me to resist his power.
Yep. So I note that one of my physical skills is resistance.
Resilience. Yeah, resilience.
Resilience.
Yeah, that would suit. Yep. Or discipline, actually, under your special.
Ah, nice.
Oh, yeah, I've got discipline as well.
Actually, discipline's the right one, I reckon.
All right.
Is anyone else going to resist?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
If I can stop, but does it stop mean I can't do anything like train a gun on him?
No.
He just said stop fighting.
We're just pausing. Stop fighting.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So I step back and cover him with a gun.
Sure.
All right. I'll roll it. 3 successes.
Okay. You can keep on kicking the guy in the head if you want.
Well, no, actually, I'm transferring to the guy who's just issued the command now. Well,
all right.
We'll
So
leave 2 girls, 2 dahlias behind kicking the guy in the head, and 4 of us will go and wail on the guy who's just said, stop.
So 4 of you peel off and attack him.
Yeah.
Okay. When you go to do so, I need you to make another. So now you're rolling close combat plus 3 dice. Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 this time.
6 successes.
6 successes.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Well, it is my highest skill. That's why I put a 4 on it.
That's true. Okay, you go to attack him. The guy who was standing next to him, the other big guy who could move really quickly,
Yeah.
he steps between you and manages to block most but not all of your attacks.
Right.
So he basically interposes and he's suddenly in 3 places at once, sort of thing. So he's blocking all his attacks, but he's not able to block all of you. So one of you gets past and hits the short Russian, Petrov. No,
Excellent.
look, I just want us to talk. And he takes a hit, and then he touches the one of you that's gotten past. Let's randomly decide whether it's actually you or not, or whether it's one of your duplicates.
Yeah.
It's you. There you go. Oh, okay. Gave it a 6 out of. You had to roll a 6 out of 6, and that's a 6. He touches you.
Not bad.
And make another discipline roll for me, please.
So it's 2 successes.
Okay, you will actually take a step back at that point.
Okay.
All we want to do, but all you do is step back, so you don't, like, you haven't completely down to.
Guard's still up.
Yeah. What have you done?
This. No, I don't know.
It was funny how Keith wasn't really asked on any more missions after that. We never really saw Keith again. All right. Don't you understand? Vervolt was the only link.
Perhaps you'd like to use full sentences with prepositions and, subjects.
Sure. Why not?
The only link to what?
Well, it's too late now.
Who are you guys?
I like how
Which had a video
Petrov
camera.
Smirlov is a vaguely German sounding communist Russian. It's great.
He had a very confused childhood, okay?
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let me double that. Don't you understand? There are more of them. More like him.
More psychics?
Oh, we don't know.
More evil scientists?
Yeah, no, more weirdos like him, and we don't know who they are because he was the only person connected into their mind net.
Or faculty professors.
They're everywhere. They're seeking to find. I'll stop using the accent. It's pissing me off now. All right. They're seeking to find. They're seeking to bring it back.
Bring
what back? Could you just tell us, explain from the beginning?
I work for a section of the Russian secret service that, operates in the shadows, not dissimilar to your own unit.
Right.
Click. We have heard rumor of some of our most talented have felt someone else using the psychic, sort of pathways to communicate. We didn't know who it was. We thought it was you. But someone is working to manipulate both sides towards a conflict neither side could win.
Right. Well, we just averted a biological attack on our soil. And this monkey was the cause of it, and he wasn't talking. In fact, he was extracting information as we spoke.
Well, there must be more of him. We will need to find them and stop them.
Thomas, very quickly, remember you owe us 2 premonitions.
Okay, yes. Sorry, good point.
It might help. If you want them now, guys, but it might help.
It might help. I don't know.
Well, technically, I actually have 2 myself do, because I have one at 2 and 4.
So they actually occur at 5 and 10 under the new thing, but
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so all right. So the first premonition you get, and I'll give this one to you, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're in a place that's really hot and humid. There's the smell of diesel and gasoline nearby. You can smell oil or something similar.
Yeah.
In front of you, there's these giant banks of computing equipment, and you can hear giant air conditioning fans running in the background. It's very tropical, which is, you don't know this, of course, but that's very bad for computers and cooling them. And there's a bunch of people talking in German around you.
Okay.
And one of them is and they're all looking at a person in a chair who looks almost exactly the same as Vervolt, who's now lying on his side, sort of spasming.
Well,
Right.
The second premonition, which I think was yours, Nick, is that right?
Yeah, I got one. Yep.
Okay. You see another shadowy space, this time with the big hammer and sickle symbol sort of above it. And there's these beds and these people in white gowns laying on the beds, all sort of plugged into medical equipment, all lying around in a sort of like in a circle, pointing with their feet pointing outwards.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 6 of them, and they're all attached with electrodes and things to a central machine. And you can see intravenous drips and other things attached to their bodies.
Not great.
Do I get the feeling that I don't know if I can ask questions about this, but let me tell.
Yeah, you
tell
can.
Me. So, like, do I get the feeling that these people are performing a function or just medically unwell?
Oh no, they're definitely performing a function.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do I see anyone or ones like? If in the future, they'd be reading, fucking holographic computer screens as the mental information palms in. How are they consuming the function?
Right. So yes, there's a big old school sort of, LED light kind of computer bank thing running in the distance, and there's little television screens, sort of television screens built into it, and you can see a bunch of mostly women in sort of classic khaki-ish kind of Russian uniforms, sort of wandering around the machines taking notes.
Okay, so this is kind of Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in the bunker with fucking.
Yep, definitely
Hans,
down in the bunker with Hans.
Whatever his freaking name was.
Yep, that's the one. That's exactly the right image to draw.
Cool.
Okay. Yes, we don't know who they are, but we know they're present, and we know they're trying to manipulate all of us into a war we cannot possibly hope to win.
Okay.
We thought you were part of their conspiracy at first, but clearly not.
What do you know of this toxin they're developing?
We don't know anything about the toxin. They were developing a toxin?
Do we trust these people?
Meanwhile, in the background,
Nope.
there's this noise as it ignites. Anyway, well, it's up to you. Do you trust them?
No.
Okay.
They're Russian.
Yeah, it's fair to say Vanquire is not a fan of communists.
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
I think Dominic probably trusts them a bit more than he trusts the Nazis.
Yeah, because you still remember when they were allies.
Yeah.
You're old enough to remember when the Russians were allies.
I think we're all close. Yeah, maybe not. All right. Well, so I have got specialists in research, contacts academic, and the USSR. So I specialize in the USSR.
Yeah.
So the vision that I see.
Yeah.
Have I in my contacts, have I ever come across this is obviously the Russian mind net.
Yes.
or references to it.
Are you using a knowledge or are you actually just using a skill?
Well, I don't know the my knowledge says Soviet Union, you are considered an expert on the Soviet Union and communism. Once per session, you may introduce a single fact about the USSR or its allies drawn from your sphere of knowledge.
Love it.
So is this something that I would know?
So the thing is, you get to define it.
Okay.
So the fact is, you get to add the fact. I don't do it. You actually decide what the fact is.
Ah, okay.
So that's how the knowledges work. So your knowledge allows you to insert a thing, and it is true for that from that point on.
Oh shit! This is way more important. I don't want to waste it.
I know.
I just very quickly, might help, might not. This premonition, we all see it, don't we? These premonitions, we all see them, don't we?
We
Thomas?
agreed.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Because we've
last
got a
section
mental link.
when someone inserted the fact that everyone had a low level psychic link, you all get to share the fact. Yes,
That was a really good idea. That was, wasn't it?
That was a great idea.
In that case, having a glimpse of the premonition Keith just had, can I use my weird science now to try and work out what might be going on now?
Of course, that would be a completely valid use of weird science.
So I've got.
And Nick, do you have a thought about what fact you might want to introduce?
Okay, let me think heavily on this one because I think this it would be I could waste this accidentally.
You can just use, you do have the skill in the USSR as well, which is different to that.
Yeah.
But it is mostly about just the USSR, right? Like this is deep dark shit you're talking about now.
Yeah.
That's why I thought about using the weird science so you don't waste it, Nick.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's see what the outcome is.
Yeah, agreed. All agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't agree. You're the GM.
I'm just reinforcing the positivity of the group.
Right, so
Accentuate the positive.
Yeah.
I got 4, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. So yeah, you think that they are probably psychics who, like, as in full on sort of maybe far senses, so clairvoyance or telesenses, and their visions are being fed through to the machines. That's what you think it is.
Okay, and I as I think this, I mentally sort of stimulate myself to sort of project this to the others, so Nick now knows a bit more than he did. Perhaps.
All right.
Can I just double check? When Schmidt was shot before, he definitely is a person who is bleeding. Right?
Yeah. Brain matter flew out of his head. It was all very illustrative.
Yep.
We all took a stress point. Oh, wrong game.
Don't get stressed just thinking about that.
Oh man, I'm in bloody whatchamacallit. Fuck it. Okay, so
the problem you've got is choice.
Yeah, choice
We
paralysis.
need someone to mind
That's
control
right.
us. That way we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, I say. So, are you telling me that the Gorbachev mind net has been breached by other people, and that is what I'm that is the slang name referring to the clairvoyant pool that I just saw.
Okay. He looks at you in startled amazement that you know the name of their secret program of psychics. It's so henceforth to be known as the Gorbachev Network.
Well, what year are we? Because Kreshnev is in
Oh,
the
fuck!
60s.
Insert
It's 50s,
relevant person's name.
Well, that's his psychic power. He's saying you're the next president of Russia.
Sure, you know about Russian stuff.
It's Khrushchev.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you'll find it's Nikita Khrushchev at this point.
Yeah,
Yes,
Khrushchev.
it is. It is
Wasn't-
Khrushchev.
Wasn't Gorbachev head of the KGB at that
That's-
time?
No, he comes from the agriculture department. Gorbachev
Correct.
is not
Right.
even vaguely a super
Spy.
Putin is ex-intelligence.
Yes, Putin is KGB
Yeah.
at this time.
and
probably.
Khrushchev is famous for being the commander in charge of the entire army. Well, the political commissar in charge of all the armies that fought at Stalingrad, which is why I care about him right now.
Here comes
Yeah.
the plug.
Stalingrad. It's the link. So the Khrushchev network is what you're obviously calling it.
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah.
Yeah, Tanaka.
Great.
It has. He looks horrified that you would know its name, and then goes, "Yes, we're afraid that it may have been breached, or something may be, or someone may be using it for their own purposes. But it's so valuable, we can't afford to take it down. So we've been seeking the mole, as it were."
Okay, so I explained to him that, I explained to the team, or the team can know that the mere fact that he's talking about this to us means that they are well and truly, or at least are speaking the truth, right? They would never talk about this unless they were under a massive amount of stress.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So we can
Mhm.
trust them in the terms of what they are saying to a direction.
Yeah.
Is my opinion. I don't
Mm.
know if it's true or not, but
Okay.
I feel like I want to consult with the spirits and go like on a shaman journey to find out what's going on with this mind net.
Okay.
And I don't know if I want to do it here or how I want to run that, but
Well,
I feel like the
you do
spirits
have
are
a-
pissed.
You do have the body of a person who was connected to the network. Right there.
nice.
Yeah.
Follow his spirit.
Yeah.
They're currently leaving.
And there's some abstract art on the wall to refer to as well.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah. I just feel like the spirits are really unhappy with how this network and that it's impacting on the spirit world.
Right. That's your very fundamental thesis.
Yeah.
Okay. Make your rattles rattle.
Yeah. So you want me to roll a commune?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Ah. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Why does it have to be 4 and under and I've rolled so many 6s?
If it was another game, I'd be super
Yeah,
impressed.
exactly. It just hasn't. The reality just hasn't calibrated to yours.
This morning,
Yeah,
that would've been
there's
awesome.
2 successes.
Did you want to push?
Yeah, I do actually. So I take a premonition point and then
Off
I
the
can roll
mental
the other
physical,
4
right?
dice.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And that means I also get a premonition now.
Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. Premonition's flicking fast at this point.
Yeah, it's all coalescing.
I like the way people are now
that's-
burning Premonition like it's crazy town.
So I'm now up to 4 successes.
Wow. Okay. You rattle the rattles. You shake you do the necessary
shakers.
chanting.
Yeah.
Everyone else, the Russians are kind of horrified. By the way, so now that we're in sort of post-conflict mode, because you've got the shaman dancing around, doing things around the body of Vervolt Schmidt, Petrov says, "Can we get Dmitri out of the ground now, please?"
Guess.
Guess.
Does anyone
Would
have
you
a bag?
mind lifting him out of the ground?
Sure.
We've got a plastic bag. I look for a plastic bag.
You know that's going to trigger another premonition, right?
There's too many premonitions.
All right, I reach into the ground, triggering my second level premonition,
Right. Okay.
and drag him forth.
Okay. So you grab Dmitri and you pull him out.
The strain pops another
Oh,
premonition.
The
gross.
strain prompts another premonition. Hold on. Bing. So first of all, we'll do the commune and then we'll do the premonition. So commune. So you shake around. Indeed, Vervolt Schmidt's spirit is attempting to return to his body.
Yes, we just saw there's another body. There's a group of Germans. They're in a tropical environment,
Yeah.
and Schmidt's body was there. He was having some sort of seizure.
So is it this? Does it like the two bodies look the
Oh.
same, or are they different bodies?
They look the same.
Mm.
Oh,
Are they
freaking
clone
weird.
dummies?
He
How?
can put himself into spares. Or maybe it's like maybe
Dahlia.
it's like
Cloning
Dahlia.
technology is so not ready for that.
But Dahlia can do.
Yeah, but copying, with the special power. All right.
Yeah, but Dahlia's copies disappear.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Makes sense.
So I can sense his spirit is trying to return somewhere else. But how about the spirits of the dead and all around? Like the spirit world, as I perceive it, is full of spirits everywhere and everything all the time.
Well, they're very angry at the moment, but people have been ripping the psychic fabric apart a lot in this room. This room in particular is now a center for, it's like, how many premonitions have we had in this room now? Like 3, maybe 4.
Will be 4.
Yeah, and I've got one coming to me
Yeah, so
as
that's
well.
fine. So like it's premonition central here in this room. So your premonition is the spirit of the cabinet speaks to you.
Right.
We're really tripping.
This is crazy.
So the animating spirit of the cabinet comes alive in your eyes. It's in the shape of a sort of see-through, sort of shimmering body made of perspex and glass, with eyes that are lit up with sort of the sparks of blue fire from the flame that's just been ignited inside it. This stuff inside me, it's a poison to end all poisons. It takes will and destroys it. And it breathes this gas out upon you, and you feel this lassitude fall upon you, and you feel like you no longer care about anything. And then that premonition, that moment of insight disappears.
But yeah, that's what that gas was supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Nick, Nick's gone. Okay.
Sorry, I just had to do
right.
bedtime routine.
Like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so I heard the last bit was it breathe the stuff, lassitude, blah blah blah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I was going to do your premonition.
Go for it.
So you're pulling the Russian out of the ground and lifting him up into the sort of back up onto the top of the ground, which is lovely. He's much happier about that. You have a premonition of you and him smashing through a wall somewhere far south in maybe Colombia?
Right.
At some
Maybe
point in
Colombia.
the future.
The German South
Tropical.
American network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. That was about as helpful as a Spartan a spacesuit.
But it's a premonition.
Yeah, I get that. I reckon I had 2 premonitions in under like 3 minutes. I think I've burned out my premi gland.
Your brains, scrambled eggs.
That's all I can get. But you did get you think you could go away and do a bit of study and find out more about where you were fighting.
Right.
Because you've got a much better vision of where you were fighting with this Russian. Not fighting against this Russian, by the way, fighting with this Russian.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is probably where we'll stop, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. So that's the end of the little Project Cassandra sort of
That's
jobby.
cool.
I like it a lot. I like the system.
It's so much fun. It's just freaking hilarious.
Well, it's that balance between like your the simulationist kind of approach from like classic D&D and stuff versus like the narration thing because we're injecting so much into the game, but it doesn't feel like the GM going, oh, there's a statue, what does it look like? It actually feels like we're part of the world because we can see the future.
Yeah. It's I was talking to a bunch of guys on one of the Discord channels about this the other day, that I'm becoming very attracted to games where the system is really well tuned for that game. Like that the intent of the game and the system are super aligned.
Yep. I totally agree. Because there's so many ways to do an RPG like mechanics. You can just do heaps and heaps of mechanics, but there's not much, unless there's a purpose to the mechanics. Why would you, choose between 10 different systems that all do the same thing?
Yeah, exactly. And it was actually part of a quite lengthy debate about, did you only need one sci-fi game system? Did you only need one fantasy game system? Or is there a place for multiple? Paul saw that debate going on.
Yeah. No, but that's true, right? Aliens is designed to be a deadly freaking sci-fi horror game.
Yeah, and it's tuned. And actually,
for that.
It was Alien that was the topic at hand, and my argument is it's perfectly tuned for the purpose that it's meant to serve. That if you're playing an Alien game, you expect to be chased by horrible monsters, scream, lose your shit, and most likely die horribly in the process. So you want a game system that represents that really well, that gives you that opportunity to experience all of that. It's actually what I think Free League does very well. I think their push mechanic model is super effective at delivering that nuance into their games. That's why I think Things from the Flood is also very good, because I think their push mechanic is excellent. And actually, I think Craig's Project Cassandra nails it, right? Like, it's just inspired. As a game system, it's truly inspired. Anyway, awesome. So that's where we'll stop it. I'm not sure if we'll play another one. I'll be up front. I had other plans, but it was fun.
No, it still works as a contained story. I liked it.
Yeah, I think it's good.
It was lots of fun.
Oh yeah, there's lots of places you can go with this, and then like, how much research do you want to do into your characters? Like, how free and loose do you want to play? Like, do you want to really research it and find out about the period and be quite close to that history, or do you want to play it a bit looser and like be injecting in all kinds of different facts and things? So I think it could be built in so many different ways depending on your group.
Yeah, and I think that's why the knowledge power is actually quite useful, because it actually covers a multitude of sins, right? So if you don't know a lot about the period, you can just decide that this is true, right? You can literally just go, this is a truth, and then it is. And that's what it is, right? And it doesn't matter. I also, of course, love games where the GM doesn't have to roll dice, and Project Cassandra speaks to me on that level because I don't have to roll any dice. Yeah. If I do enjoy it. I was reflecting, we played Coriolis this morning, and we didn't roll many dice. And they were mostly, and so far you have not fought anyone. I was actually reflecting on that.
Yeah.
It's been
we're making a very conscious decision about not fighting people.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I did execute a Nazi though. That was fun.
You did execute.
That was awesome.
He was asking for it.
He was, and we all know it's never wrong to.
That's it. Shoot a Nazi, shoot him right in the head.
And I think, Thomas, you've smashed Craig's thought that this was a one-shot game, because there's potentially a lot more to play out here.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm just
for sure. Yeah.
Recording.